Now as we move into section 4, we're looking at analyzing the New Deal. And the main idea is that the New Deal had mixed success in rescuing the economy, but it fundamentally changed Americans' relationship with government. Our learning objectives here are to describe the impact of the New Deal on the nation and to explain the limits of the New Deal's impact. And finally, to explain how the New Deal came to an end. The New Deal promised relief, recovery, and reform. Relief programs put billions of dollars into the pockets of poor Americans. The New Deal was less successful in delivering economic recovery. New Deal reforms were successful and long-lasting. The New Deal changed the link between the American people and their government. Roosevelt believed that the government could help businesses and individuals achieve a greater level of economic security. The New Deal required a much bigger government. Americans now began to look regularly to the government for help. Relief. Millions of Americans enjoyed some form of help. Direct relief or jobs that provided a steady paycheck. Programs such as Social Security and unemployment insurance became a fixture of government, things that are still around today. We still have Social Security, we still have unemployment insurance. Recovery. Not as successful at economic recovery, unemployment remained high. Some critics argued that Roosevelt needed the support of big business. Other critics said that the New Deal didn't spend enough money. Reform. More successful and long-lasting. The FDIC restored public confidence in the nation's banks, and of course it's still around today, still keeps people confident in America's banks. The SEC restored public confidence in stock markets. The New Deal left thousands of roadways, bridges, and dams, public buildings, and works of art. Relief programs gave aid to millions of people, but they were not meant to be a permanent solution to joblessness. Also, they did not provide jobs to everyone who needed one. The level of government assistance varied by state. For example, a family needing assistance in Massachusetts might receive $60 a month, while a family in Arkansas might get $8. The Wagner Act, or the National Labor Relations Board, was initially successful, but unions were later restricted by the passage of the Taft-Hartley Act in 1947. New Deal programs permitted discrimination against African Americans, Hispanic Americans, women, and others. The end of the New Deal. Weakening support. Setbacks such as the court-packing fight and the 1937 economic downturn gave power to anti-New Deal senators. Opposition in Congress made passing New Deal legislation more difficult. Only one piece passed in 1938, the Fair Labor Standards Act, which set up a minimum wage. The 1938 elections. Roosevelt tried to influence voters in the South during the congressional elections of 1938. However, his candidates lost. The Republicans made gains in both houses. Roosevelt lacked the congressional support that he needed to pass New Deal laws. After the New Deal. The New Deal ended in 1938. Americans turned their attention to the start of World War II.